Brought to you by GTA, your island, your network.
Helping authorities with the investigation, but ultimately being set up for failure.
They sought his assistance and cooperation in building their investigation, and he met regularly with detectives from the Guam Police Department, updating them on what was going on.
Attorney Curtis Vandeveld represents Jeff Limo. He says his client was actually assisting police in their investigation. The former head of the prison's internal affairs was fired last week after DOC leaders served him and 2 other officers indicted in the major contraband scheme with their final disciplinary action.
When we received the final notice of adverse action, it did not address any of the arguments raised in the response to the notice of proposed adverse action.
He says Limo will appeal the decision with the Civil Service Commission. Limo is accused of receiving bribes and moving inmates Sean Johnson and Bruno Simmons from one post to the next in exchange for money. He's also alleged to have been in contact via text messages with co-defendant Ronald Meno.
Mr. Meno claims that he bribed Mr. Limo on 2 occasions by paying him $500 and that he kept $500 of each of the 2 instances trying to bribe Mr. Limo. And we contend that Mr. Meno kept all of the money.
Limo remains under house arrest. Meantime, Vandeveld shares how this case has impacted his client.
Anyone under those circumstances would feel humiliated. They would feel innocent or guilty. They would feel humiliated. They would feel like they were betrayed. If you have been aggressively performing your responsibilities, as Jeffrey had been for a number of years.
Brought to you by GTA, your island, your network.